Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today, we're gonna be playing in a ton of new makeup, a ton of new stuff. We have stuff that's going viral. We have stuff that's newly released and launched. We have stuff that's older, but it's new to me because your girl's always late to the game. Why, I don't know. Some things just don't change. But if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this beautiful look and all the products that we use, then just go ahead and keep watching. Alrighty, let's just go ahead and jump into this video. We have a ton of new products, a lot of new products. We're gonna be creating a look. I have absolutely no idea what this look is gonna end up being. Of course, you guys have already seen it in the intro, so we shall find out. But I bought a bunch of new stuff. I picked up the Huda Beauty Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. So it was on sale recently. Sephora was doing like a 50% off or up to 50% off sale for a lot of products around this like 4th of July. So I picked up the eyeshadow palette. I've heard a lot of good things about this eyeshadow palette. I just never cared to pay full price for it. So when I saw it was half off, I was like, we're snagging that up. So we're gonna use this today. I did also pick up the Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. You guys already know how I feel about the Prism Libre Setting Powder. Oh my God, it's just amazing. So I was very interested in trying this out, and I've seen a lot of people hype this product up, both the glowy foundation and the matte, but I decided to go for the matte because I know my skin and I know it's summertime, so I picked that up. We also picked up the new Huda Beauty color correctors. I also got my hands on the One Size Till Dawn setting spray because it's been hot, and apparently this is like the it thing. Outside of the Charlotte Tilbury, this is the next best setting spray, and I heard mixing them both is like the perfect combination. So we have a ton of new products, new primers, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump into everything. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the primer. I picked up the RMS Beauty Re-Evolve Radiance Locking Primer. I picked this up, first of all, I had absolutely no idea about this brand or this primer. I solely picked this up because I was watching a video that Tati released. I don't know if you guys follow Tati. If you don't, you should. OG YouTuber, great YouTuber. She was talking about like her recent like favorites and like just getting ready. And she talked about this primer. It looks like this. I hope you guys can see it, but apparently she said it's a really, really good primer for like gripping and like holding on to makeup. And she says she's noticed a visible difference like when she wears it and when she doesn't. So this was on sale as well. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and snag this up. We're gonna try it and see what the rave is about. And it has 5 stars on Sephora. I feel like when products have 5 stars on Sephora, I'm like, okay, it has to be good, because usually not a lot of products have like a legit just 5 stars. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on this primer. I think you just push it up like this, and I'm just gonna pump it onto the hand. I'm just gonna do 1.5 pumps. So it looks like this. Doesn't look anything crazy. It feels like a serum, huh? It literally feels like a serum. Okay, I can do with this. All right, perfect. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit just to make sure it's nice and dry, and then we will go in with the color corrector from Huda Beauty. I picked up the Huda Beauty Full Filter Color Corrector. I got mine in the shade Papaya. Let me go ahead and open this. I was very intrigued about this. It was between this and the new NARS like under eye brightening thingamabob, whatever. But I was like, that shade, the shade that I was gonna pick up looks so close to my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. And I was like, is this necessary? It did have good stars on Sephora, but I was like, is this necessary? And I saw this by Huda Beauty, and I saw it had 5 shades, and it has a ton more product, and it's cheaper. So I was like, let me snag this up and try it out. But this is how it looks like. It has the same packaging as the Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealer, which I've never tried and I've heard great things about. So comment down below and let me know if you guys have used the Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealers, and let me know if they're worth it, because I'll pick it up and try it. But I picked mine up in the shade Papaya. It is the second to last shade, so it's like a more orangey kind of shade. The second to last, or the last shade, is more of like a reddish orange. It's a little too deep for my skin tone, but if you have chocolate, like more deeper skin than me, and you need color correction, that would be perfect for you. But I picked up the shade Papaya, and I'm going to just take, I don't know how full coverage this is, so I'm just gonna take a little bit and dab it underneath my eye. Pretty much anywhere I feel like I need to color correct. Definitely around my mouth. This area right here is my problem area, which I feel like is the problem area for a lot of people, honestly. So just like that, make sure I color correct some scarring that I've got going on. I'm trying to get rid of. Okay, I think that's it. That's good. And I'm just gonna take a buffing brush. This is the, what is this? This is a Sephora brush. This is a Sephora brush that came in like one of their like holiday brush sets, so I have no idea which one this is, but it's just like a tapered blending crease brush. But I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. I don't know if it dries super quickly, so we shall see. I like this. I like it. It's like full coverage, but also not at the same time. If you have pigmentation, you guys know the struggle of having to do this step, but this is the best thing you can do for yourself. If you're in a hurry, obviously you can skip this step. It's not necessary to color correct, but it does help your makeup look so much better, especially in photos, I've noticed. So color correcting is definitely something I highly recommend. I used to do it a lot. I kind of fell off of doing it, but I'm about to start again because my pigmentation has been kind of all over the place. And we need to make sure everything looks nice and even. Oh, I like this. Yeah, I like it. I like the coverage. I like that it's not like too full coverage, but it's like, it's just perfect. Okay, I like this shade a lot. Like again, I use the shade Papaya in the color corrector. So far, so good. Now to one of my most excited parts. I've really anticipating and been wanting to try this foundation so much. I'm super excited. This is the, I was gonna say YSL. This is the Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. I picked mine up in the shade 6N480. If you're on TikTok, you already know. This foundation has been blowing up. It's been blowing up. I've seen a lot of reviews on this, especially the glowy one. I wanted to try the glowy one, but I was like, I don't know if that's the best idea because of me being oily combination. So I looked up a lot of reviews of the matte, and a lot of people love the matte, and I think I would prefer the matte more than the glowy anyways. So this is how the packaging looks like. It's luxe, it's beautiful, of course. I mean, it's luxury. So I don't expect anything less, to be quite honest with you. Again, I picked up the shade 6N480. Looks nice from the glass, but the glass is frosted. So we shall see how the color actually looks like. But from what I'm looking at, I feel like this will work perfect for me. So I'm just gonna shake it up, and I'm going to take about, I'm gonna say, we'll start off with just those 2 pumps. Immediately I can tell the color is gonna be perfect. It is a little, it's like runny, but also thick at the same time, which I usually tend to like those kind of, this kind of consistency. Oh, she's dark. Did I pick the right one? 6N480, right? 6N480. Yeah, okay. She's a little dark. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a little lighter. Oh, like this color is dark. I was not expecting that. I could have went a little lighter. I guess the shades kind of like play with you online because I was not expecting this to be this dark. I might need to exchange this because this is like my contour color, you guys. Okay, I probably could have gone a shade lighter because this is, well, on camera I feel like it looks okay. I might keep it and maybe like mix it in with a lighter foundation, but she's dark. Go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna use my It Cosmetics Love Brush and a little bit of information about this foundation. This foundation is a medium coverage matte finish. Of course, it's liquid. It's a skincare infused, long-lasting matte foundation that is lightweight and natural while blurring and addressing imperfections for up to 24 hours. Okay, let's go ahead and blend this out. Yo, this color is dark. Like, I do not need to contour today. I was not, oh my God, you guys. This color is really dark. Like, super dark for me. Oh my God. Okay. It's, you guys, I feel like this color is so dark. I'm gonna have to really, okay, I was not expecting this to go this way. I really thought this color was gonna be, if anything, too light. Like, what? Sephora needs to update their shades, because what is happening? It's all right, because I would rather a foundation be too dark for me than too light. So this can be easily worked with. We can easily work around this. Obviously, I will not be contouring or bronzing because this is basically like my bronzer color. So we will find a way to make this work. So this is how the face is looking with those 2 pumps that I did. I like the coverage. I love the coverage. It's like I would say the coverage is definitely medium. It's medium to full. Like, I feel like if I added another layer, it would definitely be full coverage. I would say it's like a matte, but it's a skin-like. It's not matte to where it's like completely sucking all the oil on my skin. So I definitely see the claims. Like, it's a matte, natural matte. It's a natural matte skin-like foundation, which I like. I love those kind of foundations. I'm just really thrown off right now because of how dark it is. But it's okay. It's okay. We will be fine. Concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Dior Backstage Concealer. I did pick this up during the Sephora sale. You guys saw me use it a little bit. I put it on when I did my Danessa Myricks Serum Skin Tint review, but you guys didn't see it actually on or in action. But I did pick this up during the sale and I've been enjoying it. So I'm just gonna put this on. I like how this concealer, like, it's like a brush. It's like a paint brush. That's the applicator, and I really like it. I would say this concealer is like medium coverage. It's not a full coverage concealer at all, but I really like this color. I'm using the shade, I think it's 5W. Yeah, 5W is the shade that I have on. I think once we do the concealer and like the face powder and everything, it'll all come together. I'm pretty sure. So, right. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out using my DSMD sponge. Concealer is kind of making it look a little bit better. I'm looking at the viewfinder just to make sure I look good. Yeah, okay, so the concealer is kind of starting to even it out. This color, it matches me. I'm not gonna say it doesn't match me because you guys can see it clearly matches me, but it's summertime. Like, there is absolutely no way this color would work for me in December. Absolutely not. I would have to mix it with the lightest foundation I have, but right now it does work. I'm gonna go ahead with my Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer in the shade 34.5N. This is a lighter concealer, and I'm just gonna use this just to brighten up like the inner corners of the eyes here, and just to add a little bit more coverage. So this is how everything is looking. It looks great. I feel a little bit better about the color now that the concealer and everything is on. I am going to take my Charlotte Tilbury and just spray it. I always like to do this step in the summertime once I've done doing majority of my cream and liquid products, just to kind of set everything while it's still wet. And then of course we're gonna spray it once we're done with everything, but I'm gonna just use this to do that step. Okay, so this is how the skin is looking. I think everything looks really, really, really good. My skin is looking smooth, it's looking healthy, it's looking juicy, it's looking nice, and honestly kind of full coverage to me. Yeah, so we set it with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I use the matte foundation by Givenchy, which is supposed to be long wearing, and I use a primer that is supposed to be gripping and long wearing as well. So today is 4th of July when I'm filming this. The sun is out. The weather's been crazy over here in Atlanta. It's been freaking crazy. But outside of the craziness, it's been hot. So it's supposed to be hot today. The sun is shining nice and bright. Hopefully it stays that way, but I'm hoping this makeup wears all day. I'm not doing a wear test, but I'm hoping it lasts because we probably have a long day ahead of us, from barbecues to God knows what. So this is how the base is looking. I'm gonna go ahead, normally I would cream contour, but like I said, because the foundation ended up being really dark, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna skip that step. I'm immediately just gonna go ahead and jump into using a powder bronzer to set. So I'm gonna use my Mented Cosmetics Yacht Life bronzer, and I'm just going to put that in the areas that I would normally bronze. I don't have any new bronzer. I've been using, honestly, like the same handful of bronzers that I've used for like, I feel like the past, I don't know, maybe 2 years, honestly. Like it's been a while since I've bought a new powder bronzer. I have like my staples. So, and these are products that kind of take a while to go through anyways. So no new bronzers here. The only last newest bronzer I got was that e.l.f. Glow Wand bronzer, the cream bronzer, which I do enjoy. But outside of that, everything else has been pretty much the same, honestly. Powder bronzer is on. We're looking good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set everywhere that I put concealer. Normally I would use my Charlotte Tilbury powder, but I think I want to switch it up today. I'm gonna use my One Size Turn Up the Base powder foundation. It does look like this. It is a bit, the shade that I use is dark 2N. So I'm gonna go in with a powder brush and just set the areas that I applied my concealer at. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But first, let me blend out my concealer, make sure everything is looking nice and good. So I'm just gonna go in with the One Size powder and just set the face. This is a really full coverage powder too. And it does really smooth out your face too. Love this powder. It's a great powder foundation. If you guys have not tried it out, I highly recommend. Now we are going to actually apply blush before I bake. I'm going to use, I haven't used my Patrick Ta blushes in a while, so let me grab one of those. I'm gonna use my Patrick Ta blush palette. You guys know how much I love this thing. I still love it. I haven't used it in a while, so we're gonna use this today. And I think I'm going to mix, ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna mix these two shades. I'm gonna mix the last two, this hot pink one and this like plumish kind of neutral colored one. Hopefully you guys can see it. So I'm just gonna mix these two together. And we are going to apply this onto the face. I do my blush before I put on any like setting powder, so it can kind of tone it down and also kind of like blend everything together, you know? That makes any sense? Because sometimes when you put on blush at first, like it can be a lot. So whenever you use your setting powder, it kind of like blurs everything out and meshes everything together. I'm gonna do that technique when they go over the nose with the blush. Isn't that what the girls did? You kind of like bring your blush and kind of put it over your nose. Now we can go ahead and bake. I'm gonna use my Givenchy Prism Libre loose setting powder in the shade Poplin Mimosa. Love this stuff. Such a beautiful, beautiful, blurring, smooth, finely milded powder. It's just perfection. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my face, and then we'll be back so we can try out this eyeshadow palette. Base is pretty much all done. This is how everything is looking. I baked using my powder. I wiped everything away, and then I just put a little bit of the Morphe setting mist just to kind of bring my skin back to life and not be so powdery. And this is how everything is looking. I think the foundation looks really, really good. The color actually looks good. It ended up working, which I was pretty confident it would. I knew how I would make it work. It did kind of scare me how dark it was at first, but it actually looks perfect for me right now. So everything blended really well. The concealers worked good. The Dior concealer is great. You guys know I love the Best Skin Ever concealer. It's one of my favorites. What else? Love the Patrick Top blushes. You guys know, a staple. Yeah, so pretty much everything else worked really, really good. And now we're going to jump into the Huda Beauty Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. It looks like this. I am excited to use this. It looks so pretty. What look am I going to create? I have no idea. I do kind of want to do a more neutral look because it is daytime and I'm not really trying to do anything dramatic. I really don't feel like having dramatic eyes, so I don't think I'll make anything. I don't think I'll do anything super duper dramatic, but I'll try to use as many colors from this palette as possible. So I'm just gonna go in with, I'm gonna mix these two shades. I'm gonna mix, what is it? Keep Going and Legacy. So Keep Going is this one, and then Legacy is that one, and I'm going to put them on my crease. I do know Huda Beauty's eyeshadows are really pigmented. Oh yeah, It's been a while since I've used a Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette, but all the ones that I have, I love. They are really, 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 really good formulas. Super duper duper pigmented. They blend really, really well, so I wasn't expecting anything less as far as formulation goes. I think I'm going to take the shade Legacy, which is the brown, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line by itself. I wish they had like a really, really deep dark brown. They have more like plums and purples, which I'm not mad at going that route. Is that a cream? This is a cream. Huh. There are two shades in here that are like a cream. Okay. What are we going to do, Lawreen? We need to figure this out. So I'm going to go in with the shade Confident, which is this one. It's like a deep plumish purple kind of color. And I'm just going to put that on my outer crease. Oh yeah, and this is a bit on the darker side, so I'm just going to be very careful with that because like I said, I'm not trying to make this look super dramatic. I am trying to keep it daytime appropriate. And I keep going back and adding more of that plum. I'm going to blend it out some more with the bigger brush and go back in the brown shade just to fluff it out more. But this color is gorgeous. It's kind of like coming off as like a plum black kind of color, which is really pretty. I like it a lot. And then I'm going to go back with this brush and I'm going to take the shade Legacy and keep going, and I'm just going to mix all of that together and kind of go over everything, honestly, just to buff this shade out. Oh my goodness, these colors, look at these colors. They are so pretty. I don't know which one I want to do. Which one do I want to do? I think this one is going to go really, really pretty with the eye. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to take the shade Bold Moves, which is this one right here. And I am going to put that all over my lid. And I'm going to try to do this without getting any fallout. And I feel like I should put powder underneath my eyes just in case, because the last thing I want is my face being ruined by glitter. Literally just put some powder underneath my eyes. I'm using the Sephora translucent powder. So I'm honestly just gonna go in with my finger. So I'm gonna take this shade because I feel like it would be hard to do this with a brush. And I'm just going to apply that on to the lid. Oh, it looks so pretty. It's like a silvery gold brownish kind of color. I don't even know how to explain this, but it is stunning. Oh my god. Oh yes. Oh. Alrighty, so everything is on. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe and dust away the powder. I put this on because there was a little bit of fallout, which is perfectly fine. perfectly okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and step off camera. I'm gonna put on my mascara and some lashes, and then we'll be back so we can put on the lip and finish up this look. Alrighty guys, we are back. This is how the eyes turned out. I used the Beauty Creation lashes in Daydream. They're more like wispy and like cat eyes. So it's been a while since I've worn these lashes. This style and Please Explain are my favorite lashes ever from this brand. They're honestly my favorite lashes of all time because the band is so thin and they just give a beautiful, fluffy, gorgeous look. But this is how the eyes turned out, and I put some white cream eyeliner on the bottom just to kind of open up the eyes and give it more of like a doll look. So that's pretty much it. We are done with the face, like I said. Let me just go back over my blush a little bit with my brush. But now we're gonna go ahead and do the lips. So I'm gonna go in with the Sephora lip liner in the shade, what is the shade called? Molasses. So I'm gonna go in with that. And this is one of my favorite lip liners. So good. It's so creamy and it's dark and pigmented. It's just amazing. If you're looking for a good brown lip liner, try the Sephora gel lip liners. They're really, really nice. And this is the darkest shade, I believe. It's called Molasses. I will make sure that I link all the products that I used and that I talked about in this video down below in the description box. Perfect, just like that. And then for the lip, we are going to use the Dose of Colors by Shayla collaboration in the shade Final Touch. This is part of the wedding set that she had came out with the eyeshadow palette and the lip set, all of that. This was part of that. So I'm just going to take this and dab it on. It's like a nude pink. It's like a pink nude. Dose of Colors has amazing matte liquid lips. Beautiful formula, very, very comfortable. They don't crack. They don't feel heavy on the lips. And they smell so good, so good. Perfect, just like that. Do I want to keep this lip matte? Or do I want to put a gloss? I feel like I always do a gloss. And I kind of like how it looks matte. I think we're going to leave it matte. We're going to leave it matte. Yeah, we're not going to do a gloss for the first time ever in life. I'm not going to do a gloss. Now we're going to go ahead and set everything so it can last in this heat, in this southern Atlanta summer heat. I'm going to use the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. I have used this a couple times because I did get it a couple days ago. And I like it. I do like it. It's very weird. It gives me hairspray vibes. It does. But it works. There's something in this that just works. So I'm just going to set the face, just set everything so we are nice and complete. Cover my eyes so it doesn't get on my eyeshadow. When I say I get hairspray vibes from it, I feel like I do because I try so hard not to breathe when I spray it because it's like an aerosol can. Like it literally is like, just comes out like hairspray. And it has a scent to it. It's nothing crazy, but I just don't want to breathe it in. I just feel like I just can't. One thing I will say about the setting spray, after I spray my face, like I can feel a difference. Like it's like, it doesn't need any time to dry. None of that. It's just, you spray it and you're good. And your face will be on for eternity. This is how the finished look came out. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you enjoy makeup tutorials, get ready with me, all that fun stuff. I will make sure that I link every single product that I mentioned and I talked about in this video in the description box down below so you guys can pick them up or check them out yourself if you're interested. I feel like everything was a hit. The foundation, love. The color, dark. A little slightly too dark for me, but honestly, I feel like I might keep it because compared to the other shades that I was looking at that were underneath this, I don't know. I think they might be a little too light for me. So I might just have to bite the bullet and work with a dark shade for now, but it does work for me right now in the summertime because you can see the finish looks great. It blends perfectly with my skin tone. So I guess yeah, I guess it can work. It's not the end of the world. So I really do enjoy this foundation. I will keep you guys up to date. I'll probably leave a comment and I'll pin it in the description box down below and let you guys know how this face wears. I hope it wears well because we use a lot of Longwearing products, so she better last. I'll give you guys an update on how everything wore in the comment section, so make sure you guys check down there for the comment. I will pin it so you guys can see it at the top. The primer, I liked it. It felt good. It's like a serum. I have to keep playing with it and seeing how I feel about it, but so far, first impressions, I really did enjoy it. The palette, loved. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I mean, these colors are beautiful. I didn't think I wasn't gonna like it. Like I said, there was no reason why I didn't get this palette earlier. I just didn't feel like spending $70 on a palette, and I already have a ton of eyeshadows. And I just have to be wowed at this point to buy eyeshadow because I feel like I have everything that I need. So the only reason I got this is because it was half off, and I've always liked it. I just didn't feel like I needed it. So it was half off. I picked it up. Great. As you can see, eyes turned out amazing. Huda Beauty color corrector, loved it. I'm in the shade Papaya. If you guys use me as a shade of reference and you're looking for a color corrector, Papaya is a shade to use. If you are darker than me, I would go to the darkest shade, which is more of like a reddish orange undertone. But honestly, this face is sitting. This face is sitting. Everything looks beautiful. It looks great. Thank you guys once again. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed by now, I don't know what you're doing. Please scroll down below and hit that subscribe button so you can join the family. And while you're there, also hit that notification bell so you're notified when I will be uploading next. And I will see you guys on the next one. Mwah. Bye.